Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Basement CRT TV. I am joined today by Caden and Rob, my two friends, and today we're going to be kind of just going over the Nintendo Direct that came out earlier today and all of our thoughts, mainly mine, about it because I was fanboying the whole time. Overall, I know not every game is for everyone, but I thought it was a pretty good Direct. But that's because I play a lot of these different games, and I understand that if you don't play these games, probably wasn't as interesting. But starting off, they started with the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary logo. They were kind of just talking about it, a couple things, the museum, the logo, blah blah blah. Nothing too crazy. But then we got a small little teaser for the next Mario Bros. Movie, which kind of surprised me because I was a little baffled that it would be this soon. Because when was the first one? Was that
Like
like
2 years ago or something. It was like 2022, 2023, right?
yeah? So that's a
Sounds
quick
about right.
quick turnaround in my opinion. But it's called
Well,
the
you got
Super Mario Galaxy movie. We're jumping
well,
straight into Super Mario Galaxy.
you got to remember that it's an Illumination movie, and that is like the cheapest. They churn stuff out fast company that they can work with.
It's true.
So that explains it.
Yeah, they've got 1,800 slaves animating every single toad. So yeah, they showed off the teaser for the Mario movie. I'm excited, and it's coming out next spring. I'll still never forget when we went to the first one. That kid behind us.
Yeah,
I'll save that for a later story. But
that was wild.
immediately after the Super Mario Galaxy movie, they announced that Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 are coming to the Switch with remasters.
I'm wondering if the remasters are actually going to be remasters or if it's like, you know, the thing that they've been known to do from time to time where they just re-release the game but with like an HD texture pack and a 60 FPS patch.
I'm pretty sure it's fairly minimal. I think from my understanding it's 4K output, um like updated HUDs and like a couple small things, but I think for the most part it isn't anything crazy. They
So the
did.
frame rate is not going to be 60.
Well, I think the frame rate will be 60. I can't find the exact thing, but I think it said 60. So Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 dual pack. They announced a couple amiibo, and then something I thought was kind of cool was they announced the Rosalina storybook, like as an actual book. So I thought that was kind of neat because I'm a pretty big collector, and that's
You're
coming
going
out
to
soon. That's like October 2nd.
you're going to spend your entire life savings on it.
Yeah, and that makes doing the Mario-thon way easier. Just having all the games now on Switch.
Yeah. Well, wait, is Sunshine in the GameCube thing right now?
Not yet, but
Sunshine has a Switch port.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they sold it for 10 minutes and then never again.
true. I was there for those 10 minutes. So immediately after Mario Galaxy, they were kind of going with the Mario 40th anniversary theme. We got a look at a brand new Mario Tennis game. Um, Admittedly, I was driving to work, so I didn't really get a great look. But I had fun with the last Mario Tennis, and from the sounds online, it sounds like they're kind of going more to a GameCube era roots, where the game's more whimsical and silly, and not soulless 2016 Mario Super Smash.
Can I just like note that Super Mario Sluggers is in hell right now? I don't
Yeah,
think they're ever going to make another
it was.
basketball or no, it was baseball Mario game. There
Yeah,
is a basketball one,
it
three
was
on
the
three,
the
which
one
is
the one Mario Sports series that didn't get anything on the Switch one.
yeah. Mario Sluggers was the one I played the most. I don't even know why tennis is more popular.
I think it's I don't know. Personally, I think it just makes for a more fun game. It's a little bit more high paced.
Yeah, but tennis also got more than what's it? Super Strikers?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Personally, I think Strikers is better and more fun. But immediately
Yeah.
after that, continuing with Mario, we got a Nintendo Switch 2 edition for Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Now, this is a game I have actually played recently. I'm just going to assume none of you guys have played it.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty fun. Not much to say there. They're just adding some stuff, levels, modes. It looks fun. I'll probably check it out. And then the final announcement of the Mario 40th anniversary, it's not even Mario. It's a new Yoshi game, which I think is a little interesting. It is called Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. And I think it's just based off of me every time I go to the library.
So I wasn't there for that reveal. Is that game like a platformer or like a 3D open world exploration? Because
so from the looks of it, it looks very Yoshi's Story, like from Nintendo 64. It looks like that game, like that style. It doesn't look like Woolly World or Crafted World or Yoshi's Island with the baby. I would say it seems the most like Yoshi's Story.
Woolly World is the only one I've ever played. So
I have not played Woolly World, but I want to play that and Crafted World because they look very cute.
I got through Woolly World. I played with my sister. She loved the cutesy. Like we played Kirby's Epic Yarn too.
Yeah. Adorable.
That is one that I wouldn't mind seeing again.
Caden loves his sister, everyone. You heard it here first. So that was
get her to play Yoshi.
That was the close of the Mario 40th anniversary section. After that, we kind of got a couple smaller games. Rob's favorite, a farming simulator, but this time in Australia. So we got a couple.
I was talking last night with John and Sam. We were playing Final Shape, and I was like, yo, I want to wake up for this because I feel like something good is gonna be announced, but I know if I wake up for this, it's just gonna be infinite farming simulators, and I will question my decision to wake up that early.
Hey,
and I was like stewing over it all night.
To be fair, there was only one. There was only one.
There was two.
Two?
No, there was two.
What?
Yeah.
What was the second one?
The
Pokemon.
Oh my gosh! You're right. Well, I guess since you mentioned it, might as well bring it up. The Pokemon farming simulator that I completely forgot about, which I don't know how I forgot
about the game where you play as a
yeah. The Ditto is horrifying looking. Like,
dude, I felt so bad for just having zero interest in Pokemon because there was like a huge section dedicated to all the new Pokemon stuff, and I literally had to look at it and be like, I don't play these games. I don't know what I should feel right now. And then the farming sim came up and I knew what to feel. And I knew the exact emotion.
I just think
the emotion was anger. It was disgust.
Yeah, what are the logistics of this? Did Ditto kill someone? I'm a little scared. But on a better Pokemon note, now that you bring it up, they were talking about Legends ZA a bit, and they showed off a few more Mega Pokemon. It is the Kalos starters and their Mega Evolved forms. So it's Mega Greninja, Mega Delphine, and Mega Chestnut. And then they showed off Mega Raichu X and Y. Now again, Kalos is my favorite generation, and I'm very excited for Legends ZA. So more Megas equals better, in my opinion. Backtracking a little bit, they showed off things like Mortal Kombat. They showed a Final Fantasy VII remake on the Switch. Nothing crazy there. Pretty much stuff we all knew. Hades 2. They announced that there will be another Kirby Air Riders Direct. So
another? Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't hear about that? Yeah.
Sakurai is going crazy with this game, and they showed off some Kirby Air Riders amiibo for only the small price of your soul.
Smash Bros is never coming back.
Nope.
Yeah, dude.
He's having too much
Kirby-
fun making Kirby.
Kirby Air Riders is the future of gaming. It was the future when it released, but it got ignored. I found out recently why that game didn't do well, by the way. It was shoveled between like F-Zero GX and Mario Kart Double Dash. It came out between them. So literally like they saw this Kirby racing game and they said, "Well, how do we make this successful?" I know. We put it in a dead release month between two other racing games.
Base.
Sounds like history will repeat itself now that
No,
Sonic Racing Crossworlds is coming out, and
No. Shut up.
Garfield Kart.
Kirby Air Ride will finally be respected for its peak. I actually want to say this, by the way. This is not on the topic of the Nintendo Direct, but I became aware of a hidden world that I never knew existed until Kirby Air Ride 2 got announced. There is a competitive scene for Kirby Air Ride City Trials that has been going on for years. It is on YouTube. They Twitch stream it too. They do doubles.
That's actually awesome.
They just play against each other, and it's like an actual tournament bracket that they run. And I don't know if it's just a bunch of friends or if it's like an actual community, but I watched some of the videos. Those people figured out that game to a science. They found out like there's permanent stun locks you can do to each other. There's like a bunch of tier lists for the vehicles, and they have their own rule set of things you can and can't do. It was actually kind of hype to watch. I watched a little bit of it just to get into the Kirby Air Ride mood.
Crazy. This guy is so excited.
I should actually send you like one of them because one of them was insane. It looked like a Dragon Ball fight by the end.
So after they showed off the little bit of Kirby stuff, their next announcement was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. And they actually gave a release date this time being November 6th, which means that no one is going to play Kirby Air Riders anymore since it has taken up the November slot. Sorry, Caden.
I don't think that the Age of Calamity, those games are not as popular. I don't think.
The Hyrule Warriors.
The hack and slash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
I will say, they have very explicitly stated that this game is canon to Tears of the Kingdom. Unlike the
just
last
like
game.
they did with the last one.
No. The last game, they went, wow, everyone, look at the events that happened. This one, they are wording it super specifically. They're like, this is a canon story from the imprisoning war. And so,
then like 5 minutes into the game, Zelda's gonna get her
Jericho.
neck snapped, and they're gonna be like, "It's real."
But I liked
Elite tier rage bait if that happens.
I liked the original Hyrule Warriors. I liked Age of Calamity. I know that's a bit of a hot take, so I'm excited for this game. You guys have any thoughts on this one?
I don't like Muso games. I've only ever enjoyed 2 Muso games.
Dude, who is Muso?
So, the Warriors series, otherwise known as the Muso subgenre, of which there is like 100 copy and paste games. So like, basically, if you've played one of these damn Muso games, like say for example Hyrule Warriors, you've played all of them. Like Berserk, Band of the Hawk, and there was 2 Fate Musos, there was Berserk Muso, there's the Warriors games themselves, there's the Hyrule Warriors games, and they're all the same game with a different coat of paint. The only 2 exceptions to this when it comes to Muso games is Attack on Titan and Persona 5 Strikers.
I knew you were gonna
Those
say that.
are the only 2 Muso games that are not copy and paste Muso
Yeah, they
games.
are. Strikers is the exact same play style.
Well, yeah, it's a hack and slash, but it's not. Like, say for example, right? Berserk, Band of the Hawk, and Hyrule Warriors, from what I've played of both of them, play incredibly similarly. It's same with Fate Extella. All 3 of those games play incredibly similarly, where Strikers is an action RPG, and Attack on Titan is similar, but they kind of invert the concept, so it's not as bad. Even if Attack on Titan sucks, the game was pretty good. So
Isn't the advantage there though? If you like the game, you will like all
You're
of
gonna
the
like
games.
all of them.
It's
no,
like
because they don't do anything. Well, I mean, you could do that, but like, let's be real here. It's the same cookie cutter every time, and the Muso formula I don't think is that good.
but it's like Call
It's
of Duty, and that one gets bought every year.
It's true.
I will say that is true now, but that's also why COD is falling off.
True, but every year COD fans still have hope, just like the Warriors fans,
Well,
unified
the
in
difference
desire.
between COD and Muso fans is that for one, COD drops every year, and most of the COD fan base, the only game they play is COD. So it's a little bit different there.
I could not.
Muso games are kind of like they're kind of like Lego games where it's the same game over and over but with different coats of paint, so it will attract different fan bases.
But sometimes you need that.
I mean,
you
that's
know?
still.
Sometimes you need
I
that,
actually-
that game you can go back to, and you know
If
what
you're
it's gonna
shameless
be.
about it, there's no issues there.
Crap, I lost my list. Where did it go? But I already know what the next one is. The next one. Shown.
Oh, we're moving on from this already.
Oh yeah. I don't want to take too much.
Bro
time.
said I don't like Muso discourse.
No. No, the funny thing is I actually agree with you. They're all the same game. But
Yeah, it's just I think the biggest problem with me with Muso games, because I'm not letting this discourse die, is the fact that when you have a game based around melee combat, and this is true for every single one of the Muso games I've played, including the mainline Warrior series, when you only have melee combat like that, and you can cut through one enemy, like 100 enemies with one swing, it makes it feel like there's no weight behind your attacks, and I feel like that just makes it feel super stale and boring.
yeah.
And now the Warriors fans that are out there
They're
will
gonna-
find this video and crucify me.
They're gonna
I think I'm
fight.
gonna post it on the Hyrule Warriors, Dynasty
Do it.
Warriors,
Do
all
it.
those subreddits, and I'll
Do
just say
it.
this guy's slandering us. I'll say us so that they
Whoa,
think I'm
whoa,
one
whoa,
of them.
whoa, whoa.
Hold
Oh.
on, I'm now curious. Let's look at my Steam.
Oh,
I already
gosh.
know I have a decent amount of hours in Strikers. So let's see what I've got over all of them. About 40 hours in Strikers. Let's look at Berserk. Berserk, I played for just under an hour and a half. Fate Extella, I played for 12 hours. Fate Extella Link, I played for about 3. I guess Samurai Remnant is kind of like a Muso game too, and that's why I didn't with that one as much. I played that one for about 5.5 hours. Attack on Titan. First game I played for 30 hours. The second game I played for 11. So I don't feel like I have a.
Bro, trust me, you just gotta put in 200 more hours and the game gets good.
Gosh, what are you? One Piece fan? Me, a One Piece fan, throwing shade at my own.
All right, so moving on to the main event, the next thing announced, and arguably the coolest part of the direct, bar none. This is probably the coolest thing that history has done in the past 45 years. But
We're already talking about Fire Emblem?
they announced Virtual Boy is coming to Nintendo Switch Online, and they're bringing it back. The actual Virtual Boy itself is back.
It's
I
a
would like to
console.
note that it's a plastic container that you put the Switch into, and it costs $100.
And it looks cool. But yeah,
I think my favorite one is the cardboard one, where they expect you to hold the whole Switch up to your face.
yeah.
Like, they could have just put in an option to play these games in a flat 2D, but no, they had
Nah.
to put it so where you're holding the whole console up
Hey.
to your face.
To be fair, I don't know if this is lost media or just very obscure, but there is that Persona game where you play as Jack Frost. that could
Oh yeah, there's
potentially come
Jack
to this.
Bros. It's the first. No, it is is a part of it. Jack
Oh, it
Bros
is?
in this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
I didn't see
Um.
that. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
No. Yeah. That's about. Like, I would sit there and be like, I could play Jack Bros on the Nintendo Switch after in a like the most uncomfortable position known to man, or I could download a ROM
See, okay.
and
So,
play it in
my
the
thoughts,
comfort of where I'm at.
my thoughts on this are, yes, it's overpriced plastic, but I like to play games in what I consider to be their most original state, and a lot of the time it just comes down to the controller. So I like the idea of this, of like, putting your Switch into the piece of plastic, and now it's like I was actually playing the Virtual Boy. Am I actually gonna play all these games? Probably not, but I'm also a very large Nintendo collector, so just having this as like a novelty piece is pretty cool idea to me. But granted,
See,
it
that's
is
where it kind of makes more sense.
yeah,
But like,
it is overpriced though. It should be $50 at most.
$100,
The price aside, the idea of it is really cool to me, especially because I thought they were gonna bury the Virtual Boy in the dirt for all eternity because it was such a colossal failure. I think, no joke, there's like less than like 50,000 of these things out in the world. That could just
You
be
know what's
way
crazy
wrong.
about all this?
Huh.
We got it before DS Virtual Console.
I don't know. I've been seeing they're doing like patents about adding a second screen. I don't know how it'd work, but
I don't want them to add a second screen, just because then I'm gonna have to buy it for another $200. That's
no,
that's
that
what's
one
gonna
would be
happen.
300.
Yeah, but it's gonna clip onto it, and you're gonna have to plug it in using the USB port. And then they're gonna release a Piranha Plant version, which has significantly worse quality.
Do not make fun of my Piranha
For
Plant
$400. And
I've-
yeah, you gotta plug it into the USB-C port, and that's it. Then you have this bulky ass Nintendo Switch 2, which was already not really portable at all, and now it's even less portable.
But it looks cool because you can play DS games.
Does it though?
Yes.
It already kind of sucks to play in handheld mode sometimes. I don't think I could handle that with the entire weight of an additional screen on it.
Yeah, that's why I don't know how it would actually work. I just saw apparently they filed a patent, but I didn't actually look into it much.
They just need to do it like the emulators do it. Just put the second screen off to the side and let me push on it with my finger.
What about the games where the screens like they line up?
Yeah,
There's
that
quite a
also,
few.
Okay,
I'll-
in that scenario, I'm not sure if you guys have seen this. This is the one scenario where I would support releasing an accessory, even though they're going to charge $70 for it. Somebody for the Switch 1
I know what you're talking about.
made like a
Downwell?
vertical adapter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what games
it was for
I
a
just saw it
game.
was for like a
Yeah, it was for a
Yeah.
game called Downwell.
yeah, and they just like they made a vertical adapter for it. Just do that if you need to do that.
Yeah,
Just-
or
just
they
do
could
that.
sell us a $300 second screen. See, I just don't
Listen,
think you're seeing the
also,
bigger
I
picture
hate it.
here.
You're
hate it.
missing. You'd miss out on the cool stuff that they did with the DS screen, like that one Phantom Hourglass puzzle that I will never forget because I was stuck on it for like a week, where they want you to copy a map over, and the map is on the top screen, and a guy is just like, yeah, you just gotta copy it over. I had no idea what to do. You are supposed to open your own maps up, like open the map inventory, close the DS, and then open the DS, and it would copy from the top screen to the bottom screen.
That sounds miserable.
I was unhinged. I didn't know. I was like 8 years old. I had no idea what to do. I like explored so much side content while looking. Like I did not know how to progress. And then I looked it up one day, and somebody on Game Facts was just like, "Yeah, just you gotta
Game
close
Facts.
your DS." And I thought they were joking, but I did it. And then when I opened it up and the map was there, I was like, "That's so cool!" And I've never forgotten that.
Okay.
Can't do that on emulators.
Checkmate, liberal.
I don't give a doggy, but I will say the most unhinged like Nintendo hardware moment that I had with the DS. So when I was a wee lad, I was big Club Penguin fan,
Penguin.
and I'm not sure if you know this, but they released the DS games for Club Penguin, and one of them had a mini game where you like sailed a boat. And in order to sail the boat, um, the on-screen text was to blow onto the mic.
Yeah.
I didn't. Me as a little dip kid didn't realize the fact that the mic just had to pick up audio, and I actually sat there and with my DS just blowing on the DS.
I think we all did. I think that's what we all did.
Wait,
Yeah.
it's not actually blowing, it's just noise.
Well, yeah, it just needs to have a mic input. That's all that it needed.
I don't believe you. I'm gonna have
That's
to test this
true.
out later.
There was one thing about the Nintendo Direct that I thought was really, really disappointing, actually.
What?
There was no Silk Song.
Oh my god. Silksong is out.
I saw Wario 64 tweeted as soon as it ends, just another direct with no Silk Song.
It's true.
That was pretty
It's
good.
so funny.
But yeah, the main event of the Nintendo Direct now, it was obviously the Nintendo Switch 2 editions.
Oh. What a wonderful
Rob knows what's
wonderful
up.
thing.
For context, we've been waiting for a Xenoblade 2 Switch edition ever since the console came out. And with my copious amounts
Ever
of
since
copium,
before the console came out, because they data mined that 60 FPS mode in Xenoblade Chronicles X.
So-
And
with my amounts of cope, I kept saying it would happen in the next Nintendo Direct. Well, the next like 2 Nintendo Directs were like Kirby and then a partner Direct, and then this was the main one. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is it? And they just announced random game after random game after random game. And
they sit down and they go, all right, check out these new Nintendo Switch 2 edition games. And then it's just like, human fall flat. Like, who the cares? Give me some upgrades that I give a shit about. You can play this thing on anything at 60 FPS. I don't give a about random indie pixel side scroller that ran at 60 FPS anyway.
it's so awesome.
My gosh.
It's so funny.
It's a damn shame Nintendo makes decent games because I them.
You and Sam.
Just awful company. Awful company. I hate them.
Me when I say I like Nintendo products, the man I do not know, with a knife, standing outside of my house waiting for me to leave.
That's true. I think the next announcement was the one I was the most excited for. And I freaking called it out. Metroid Prime 4 coming out on December 4th.
I thought we were about to start talking about Fire Emblem, and I was like, it's too early to start talking.
I gotta say about that, I don't think that Samus on a motorcycle looks normal.
No, but it looks
thought-
badass.
I did not think that was Prime when I saw it. I actually looked at that and I thought, this is like, they're adding Samus to Mario Kart or something. This does not look...
Yeah, it was like jarring at first, and I'm like watching, I'm like, this doesn't feel right. But I'm like, okay, cool, we're riding on a motorcycle shooting things now. And then it like gets to the end of the trailer, I'm like, you have to do a release date. If you don't do a release date, there's gonna be riots outside the door. And they did December. They really pushed it back as far as they could while staying in 2025. But Prime 4 is real, and I am super hyped to play it. It looks awesome. It's probably gonna be my next Silk Song, where I just binge it for the entire weekend. They also announced.
I'm getting it.
They also announced a couple $50 amiibo, on the side. So, that's cool. After that, they did Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC, which is looks cute. Again, Donkey Kong was probably my game of the year until another game came out. I'll get into that later.
They
Until
put Diddy in the game. You're gonna go
Free
to Diddy,
Diddy!
parties in the DLC.
Hey, yo, what? And then, well, next was the Pokemon, but then the announcement.
We're skipping Pokemon. Ain't nobody
Well, we
gonna
already
talk
did
about these
Pokemon.
and-
We already did Pokemon.
no one cares about Pokemon.
The announcement. As I'm driving, and I look down at my little phone, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, play as like a killer on an island." I'm like, "Oh, that's weird. That kind of sounds like a game I'm playing right now." And then I see a blue tropical sky and a tropical tree. I'm like, this kind of looks like the game I'm playing right now. And then Nagito Komaeda appears on screen, and out loud I went, "You have got to be me." They're remaking the game I'm playing right now. But I'm at the end.
I loved that because I was so zoned out from like Pokemon DLC and farming sims. I didn't even catch the first half of the trailer, and I looked up and Komaida was just staring at me, and I'm like, what are you doing?" And I remember watching a little bit more and immediately f***ing texting Jaxon that I'm dying because the curse backfired on him and we got new content. It was just a remake of what he was playing right now.
Yeah, it's insane. For context, I have this weird thing that's happened more than once, so it's kind of a little weird. But I'll like watch a show or play a game in the series, and then like not that long after, something is either announced in the series, whether it be a remake, the next part of whatever. Like I watched Attack on Titan, and like literally the day after I finished up to the final movie, they announced that the final movie was like coming out, or like the date of it. Or like I watched Fire Force season 2, and then they announced Fire Force season 3 not that long after like not saying anything about it for 5 years. So we had kind of known something Danganronpa related was going to be happening. We kind of thought it was Dead by Daylight crossover, but
I
this
still
is
think that's
like,
on the table.
yeah, it could be, but this is like simultaneously like the best and worst case scenario, because no joke, I'm at the final chapter of the game.
Game
So-
looks fire though.
It does-
Everything I see about it looks amazing, and I cannot wait for the new scenario.
Yeah,
So-
that is the most interesting part to me, is like basically a what if situation of the game. Which
I
is
don't think
cool.
it's a what if. I think they're gonna do some bull and make it Danganronpa 4. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Well, I'll have to get through the series so that I know what you know.
Yeah, because there's a very specific reason why I look at that and say it's probably Danganronpa 4, but I can't tell you that yet. You don't know.
But that was the most like what the heck part of the game. After that, they kind of just went through a couple random games. They went over Monster Hunter Stories 3. They're kind of showing some games that are on other consoles, like Persona 3 Reload. Oh gosh, what was it? A couple other games that are just
Resi
on,
9.
yeah, games on other consoles, and then it ended with a Resident Evil 9 trailer. And all I gotta
I
say
like
is
the trailer for Resident Evil 9. Like, I already knew the game was coming out, but
yeah, it looks good. I'm excited. My thoughts are just like, yeah, this is cool. Like, if you literally only played games on your Switch, this is cool. But I'm like, all of these games, I'll just play on PC.
yeah. Hmm.
Because I'm like literally, if all I played on was a Switch, yeah, I'd be pretty excited. But it's just not worth it to me to play them on Switch. Like
Working adults have more than one method of playing video games.
yeah. So I mean, if you're Switch only, good for you. You get to play all these games alongside us. It's just probably only in 30 FPS. But I mean, truthfully,
40p.
they didn't even look awful. I will say that. It's just
Yeah,
it's obviously
Resident Evil
downscaled.
9 looked pretty good from
Yeah.
what I saw. I don't know if that's like running on a dev kit that's going to be stronger. I don't know how it's going to be. The litmus test I think will be how good RE7 and Village run. But
Yeah.
granted, the RE engine is an amazing engine.
Yeah.
Games in that just run. They look and run beautifully. I fired up Devil May Cry 5 the other day on my TV to see what it kind of looked and played at it in 4K. And I was still getting like 200 plus frames, 4K max settings. And granted, I've got a good ass computer, but I think that also speaks as to how well the RE engine is optimized. It's an amazing engine.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it didn't look horrible. It's just I have no reason to actually want to play it on the Switch 2. That's definitely a PC game for me. And that's coming out in February or March of next year.
It's next year, and my wallet is just going to rejoice from the breather because Silent Hill is later, and Sonic and Silent Hill come out at the same time, and, then we still got more games coming out.
Oh,
I have
dude,
to feel my abusive relationship with COD, and Battlefield is coming out, and December also has games. Dude, it's a sucky ass time to be in my wallet, bro.
My wallet is also crying.
I'm happy that this is something I'm never gonna say again under normal circumstances, but I'm happy that a couple of my games that I'm really looking forward to got delayed to next year, because I just don't think I have the dosh for all these coming out right now.
You should just start stealing from Caden.
Just every time I go over to his place to play a West March, I just steal one penny from somewhere in his house between the couch cushions.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. All my money is in NFTs.
Next time I work on your computer, I boot it open. There's just monkey pictures saved to the hard drive.
No one buys the monkeys, Rob. It's the lions that you want to go for.
Dude, I don't care, bro. All those NFT arts are ugly as shit.
All right. Before we get too off topic, the final announcement of the Nintendo Direct, which I was like so convinced would be Super Smash Bros. 6. I don't know why. It was complete copium. But the trailer
Sakurai
opened up.
actually killed the last executive that asked him to make more Smash.
As he should. You know, as he should. He deserves this break. The final announcement. And as soon as I saw anything on the screen, I immediately knew. I'm like, it's Fire Emblem. And as they showed it off, you know, it looks really cool. I did think, I'm like, wow, that guy just looks like Alucard. I kept having to like double take. I'm like, is this just like a Castlevania crossover? I was like,
see, I was kind of confused for a moment because there's that guy at the beginning, and I was like, huh, he kind of looks like Sothis.
yeah.
And I was getting ready for work at the time they were playing this Fire Emblem trailer, so I didn't watch it proper until a little while ago.
It was,
but I was like,
it was the stadium, and then I heard the music. I'm like, oh, it's Fire Emblem, and then they showed the actual gameplay. I'm like, this is sick. They're kind of going back to more like what they did with Three Houses, and then at the end of the trailer, they just show Sothis. I'm like, oh, it's just a sequel to Three Houses.
It's actually, I thought about this. It's a pretty big risk, because like if the game sucks, then it kind of tarnishes Three Houses' reputation. But if it's good, it has potential to be better than Three Houses. You know, because the new Fire Emblem gameplay engine is pretty nice.
Yeah.
So,
but the story for the most recent one was not anything crazy.
No, it was very like oh, go defeat
run of
the
the
bad
mill.
guy. Yeah. Engage excelled in gameplay, and that was pretty much it.
Here's one thing I'm gonna say. I haven't played Three Houses in quite a while, but Sothis in that game never talks directly to the player, right? Like she's always talking to Byleth, which is acting as a stand-in for the player.
Yeah.
So Byleth is in this game. It has to be based on the
Well,
Not
dialogue.
necessarily.
or it's a different person that has Sothis
I do think
inside of
I
them.
do think while this
I
is a
suppose.
sequel,
I don't think it would make. I just don't understand. Well, they could put that in there as like a bit of meta dialogue, but I don't know. I think who the knows? I've only played one of the routes, so
yeah. I do think while this is a sequel, I have a feeling it's so far in the future that none of the characters you know from Three Houses are actually prevalent. Like,
Here's the thing, and I'll bring this up. Is it far in the future or is it in the past? Because yeah, we see older Sothis, but wasn't Sothis' whole thing that she got goofed and then reawoken as youth?
that is true.
She
oh
got
gosh, it's Monogatari.
like I'm just bringing that up because I don't know if they've actually confirmed, but I could see them doing that. And then the big twist of the game is that you watch Nemesis do his thing.
Yeah.
I suppose that could be interesting. I feel like the Three Houses had a lot of established history, and I don't know if any of those characters.
We did actually nope. I'm kind of silly. We did see a crest weapon, and those were made from the bones of.
That's
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah. We saw a couple
Yeah,
of those.
I
so-
blinked. I was about to say that was a cool theory of mine that is now dead by reason.
dead by fact and
Executed
logic.
immediately. Executed immediately. Your theory
Imagine,
is bad.
imagine that like we're all chilling out and we're like this new Fire Emblem game's coming out, and then they confirm that Silver Snow's ending is canon.
See, that's a great thing for me to not have an idea what that means because I've only played Golden Deer.
That's what I mean.
think
They're gonna
Silver
do
Snow
it.
is
They're gonna
the
do it
least-
so far into the future that it doesn't matter, like which one you chose.
Silver is the least popular route, I think, by a significant metric.
Yes, it's not even close. But yeah, that was the Nintendo Direct for September 12th. Never forget 2025. Overall, I thought it was pretty good. Like I said, I plan on playing a lot of the games in this Direct. Did you guys have any final thoughts about it?
Metroid Prime 4 is coming out. I'm gonna buy that. I'm also gonna buy Three Houses 2 Electric Boogaloo.
We have the title. It's
That'd be
called
5.
what is it called?
Something Weaver.
Fate something.
Fortune's Weave.
Fortune's
We're
Weave.
all so stupid.